I want to start out this video by saying I am wearing a top. I promise it's just strapless. You can't quite see it in frame, but it is here. It is here. I am dressed. But today is a video. And then I have wanted to film for a very long time, and I am expanding my little family, and tomorrow is a very big day. I'm going to talk all about it today. I'm going to do a makeup look. I want to use this palette. This one, the Odens Eternal Twilight palette. Normally I would do a 3 looks with this palette. I have done a whole dedicated review. If you're interested, I'll leave it linked up in the cards. But I didn't do a 3 looks because honestly, life got in the way. So I want to use it again, and I have a look in mind. I'm really excited to do it and also talk about some big things that are happening right now, technically tomorrow, and I'm just like, I'm so excited, you have no idea. But just before we do jump into this video, if you have not already, like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 5,000 by the end of the year, and I really think that we can do it. We're at about 4.8 thousand subscribers right now, and we are jumping higher and higher every single day, and it just makes me so unbelievably happy. Thank you to all of you who have supported my channel here. It means the world, and bigger and better things are happening very soon. So let's jump into it. What do I want to do first? I feel like I've got something in my eye. Let's do base first. Where are my clips? Where are they? Okay, I found them. I bought these the other day. I say the other day. It was like a week ago. And I think they're so cute. Also, I'm very sorry about the past few videos that have gone live. I'm hoping no one's noticed, but I noticed my autofocus just didn't want to work for some reason. I have been flapping, real panicking, trying to figure out what the hell is wrong with my autofocus, and it turns out I somehow, in the main settings, disabled it. Don't know how I did that. Have no clue. But I did have a play around with my settings today. It should be fine, but I'm hoping no one noticed. And I am back to my pale, pasty white foundation routine because what little tan I had from my holiday has well and truly disappeared. And as always, everything will be linked down below, all the products that I use, all that kind of stuff. And I also washed my brushes last night. Who's proud? Who's proud? So I've gathered you all here today because something big is happening. Something very big. Something very exciting is happening. I am indeed expecting a dog. If you thought I was going to have a child, you don't know me at all. I'm not a big kid lover. I am in fact a dog lover. And tomorrow, I need to calm down. I am going to Dogs Trust and I am meeting a dog. Now, I know before I jump into this, I know that it's just a meeting. This dog could be the opposite of what I want. This dog could be nightmare in a very cute body. I'm trying not to get really ahead of myself and be like, this is my dog, you know? I'm trying my best to keep a level head and to remember that there are different things to think about when getting a dog, but I have seen a picture of him. I'm not going to describe him or anything like that. I'm not going to tell you the breed just because it might not be the dog that I get. I could meet this dog and think, no, and I don't really want to be like, oh, he's this, if I don't end up getting him. If I do end up getting him, you bet he will be on this channel all the time. So if you're not new to this channel, you may remember my boy Max in this picture here. Why have I got black on my lip? Okay. That's interesting. But yeah, Max was he wasn't my dog. He was technically my stepdad's dog, and then he up and secretly emigrated to Thailand without telling anyone. Cheeky bits of trauma there. But then he kind of just became the family dog. He wasn't really my dog because I was still too young at that point. I mean, you can see I was a little babby girl when I got Max. He was not my dog. He was the family dog. And I've wanted my own dog. Don't get me wrong, I've loved Max so much. Like, no one could replace Max. I've wanted my own dog for years now, honestly, for years. But then Max got really, really sick. He wasn't the best with other dogs anyway. And so we thought, you know what? We're not going to get a dog while Max is ill because it's just not fair on him. We want to give him some space to be old and to be poorly. And we don't want to have a puppy running around. He doesn't like puppies anyway. He was such a grumpy boy. So we were like, it's not fair on Max to get a puppy now. So Maxie passed away in June. I know, still hard. We're getting through it, and I feel like I've healed enough. I feel like I didn't want to just jump in straight away and get a dog because that would not be fair. I'm a big person, like, call me old-fashioned. I love, like, legacy, and I love, I don't know, respecting someone who's passed. I don't know if that's a weird thing, but I just find it really important. And so I didn't want to just get a dog, be like, right, Max has died, let's get a dog. Like, no, that's not how things happen. I wanted to respect him. I wanted to mourn him. I wanted to make sure that it was the right thing to do, because I know if I'd have got a dog like that week, my head would have been absolutely everywhere. So I've given it a few months. I feel good. I feel put together. I feel like I have mourned and given him the time that he deserves. Obviously, he'll always be with me. He will always be my little boy. But I feel like now is the time that I can just get another dog. Not to replace at all, but just to fill that little hole in my little heart. So originally, my plan was I was going to buy a blue staffy puppy. Let me tell you, those things are so expensive. They are so cute, but oh my god, they're so expensive. And I wanted to get a Kennel Club registered one because if you don't know, in the UK, we have now laws against XL bully breeds. And a Staffordshire Bull Terrier is cutting it fine. And if we didn't have the correct paperwork for it, it could easily be mistaken for an XL bully. It could be taken off me. It could be euthanized. And that is the last thing I want. We were lucky. Max was under the height restriction by quite a lot. But if a staffy kept growing, it's cutting it fine. So I knew I wanted to get a dog with the correct paperwork if I was going to get a staffy, which is the dog that I really, really want. I really want another staffy. I've just fallen in love with staffies. They're amazing. But they were like 1,000 to like 1,600. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I don't think I was expecting that price tag at all. I was expecting them to be a lot. But oh my god, I could have got cheaper ones, but they didn't have the correct paperwork. I didn't want to be on the wrong side of the law, things like that. So I just thought it was best to wait a bit, and wait I did. So then I started looking at adopting, which obviously adopting is much better than buying. However, I don't want anyone in the comments section to be like, buying a dog is so awful and horrible and blah, 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 because you know what? If you want to buy a puppy, you can buy a puppy. It's the same argument as don't have children because there are people in foster care, you know? We're not going to have that argument. Please don't. But one day I was just really bored, really. I didn't really know what to do. And I love going through the Dogs Trust websites. I just think it's so much fun. And the dogs are so, so, so cute. So without really thinking about it, I decided to fill out an application form. I know obviously when you fill out an application form, you're obviously saying like, this is something that I want to do, and I don't know, like making that first step. But for me, I don't know, it didn't feel like making a first step. It just didn't feel real. I think that's what I want to say. It just didn't feel real. I didn't really put too much thought into it. I just kind of thought, I'll put my name down. If something comes up, something comes up. And then about a week goes by and I get a phone call, and it's from someone at Dogs Trust, and they've basically said, we've not got anything right now, but we want to go through your application. Is everything still okay? Is everything all right? I was like, yeah. I explained that I would like a Staffy or a Staffy cross. I would like a dog maybe less than 5, because I don't really want to have my heart broken again yet. That'd be great. I kind of explained my work circumstances, told them that the dog would be coming to the studio with me, so it's fine in the day, it's not going to be left alone, all that kind of stuff. But still, even then, it didn't feel real until dun dun dun. I've decided I quite like doing my base first, because whenever I do my eyes first, I always have to stop talking because I'm concentrating so much. But I feel like if you do your base first, you don't focus as much. So I like doing my base first. This is something that I've learned. So I was sat in the studio one day, minding my own business. It was like 4 o'clock. And I had got an email a few days before basically saying that nothing had come up yet, but my application was still like valid. But there was no dogs, just basically updating me and saying, sorry, nothing yet. So I really wasn't expecting anything, really. I wasn't expecting much. And then I got a phone call from Dogs Trust, and I was like, oh, bit strange. And at first I thought it was just going to be a phone call saying, yeah, we still don't have anything, letting you know, because I just got that email. But to my surprise, this man basically says like, oh, are you still up for adoption? Are you still looking? Because we've actually made a match on my profile with a dog that has just come into the centre like a week ago. It's just finished its assessments. It's not even on the website yet, but we wanted to kind of offer it to you if you wanted to come and see it. And I was like, do I? Hell yeah. I really was not expecting it to be that quick at all. Like, I was expecting to wait for so long, but I didn't. It literally, within doing my first application to tomorrow meeting the dog, it's been about 2 weeks, a little bit over maybe, but it's been so quick, and now it just finally feels a bit real. And it is crazy to say that, because like, I might be getting a dog. I might be getting a dog. This boy, like I said before, I'm not going to go too in depth into this dog, just in case, like, I don't want to describe this dog, get you all excited for this dog, and then me not get the dog, you know? I'm sure whatever dog I do end up getting, I will be doing like a little introduction video with him, and yeah, it's just gonna be so exciting. But this dog, not been in for long at all. He's a Staffy cross with something I've never heard of before, but he's so cute. I mean, I have heard of the type of dog that he's crossed with, but I've never heard of a Staffy crossed with one of these, because like, wild. Honestly, when he first said that, I couldn't even envision this dog, but he's so goddamn cute, and I'm really, really hoping that I fall in love tomorrow, but I'm not putting pressure on it. I'm not doing it. I think something that's a massive green flag to me is this dog has been given up, no fault of his own. It was just the owners were too busy, like a big, hectic, unexpected life change, and they just couldn't look after him anymore. And that, for me, is very important. You never really know how a dog's going to react. And if a dog has been maybe like aggressive in the past or anything like that, it worries me, because I'm tiny. Look at these muscles. So small. I'm not going to be able to like pull a rabid dog away from something. He's 17 kg, which is very small for a Staffy. Max was 21 and he was a small Staffy. So I don't know. I don't know. I've had a few pictures of him, but he looks so different in every single picture. I don't know. I don't know the dog that I'm going to see tomorrow. He's so new to the centre that he hasn't even had pictures of him done. They just sent me over some pictures that the old owners sent So it's not even the Dogs Trust pictures. It's just like, I don't know. A part of me really thinks that if I can get this dog out before it's even properly gone in, that would be amazing, because I don't want any dog sat there for years, you know? I don't want any dog sat there for any amount of time. It's almost like a holiday to him, you know? That's what I'm thinking. He's gone to the kennels on holiday for like 2 weeks, and then he's come home with me. I know it's going to add a lot of, I'm trying to say hectic, but in like a different tense. Hecticness? Hecticity? I don't know. But it's going to make my life a little bit more hectic. It's going to, you know, make my life a little bit more full on, because as I said, Max was not my dog. This is going to be my dog. This is going to be my dog. So I have to look after it. I have to walk it. I have to take it to the vets. I have to feed it. I have to do everything. I didn't really have much responsibility for Max because I got him when we were 7. So, you know, I'm going to set the lid. There's not really a lid setting shade in this for me, so I'm going to use my That palette, which is the That's Taupe. This will be updating very, very soon, so stick around for that. I've made really good progress in this already, actually. I'm very proud of myself. I always find that with Odens Eye, it is always best to set the lid, because sometimes the mattes can be a little bit tricky. Okay, so I'm going to do the start with the lightest today. I never normally do that. I always start with the darkest, but I'm actually going to focus on this side for the mattes. Crazy, I know. I'm going to go in with Destiny first, which is this bottom corner shade. And I have that on a massive fluffy brush. And I'm just going to go in, really, into the crease. This is a little bit warmer than that setting shade that I used, but it's still really, really nice. I've dreamt up this look for so long. I had this in my mind for so long. And now I can finally do it. I'm excited. I just hope it turns out how I hope it will. Because there's nothing worse than dreaming up a look. It's so beautiful. You have it in your head. You do it and it's awful. But no, we're being positive. It's fine. But even if this dog isn't the right dog for me, I will still be on the Dogs Trust list. So if there is another dog that matches my preferences, I will be able to go and see that dog, hopefully very, very soon. I think I'm going to feel guilty if I don't love this dog. And I'm going to be honest with myself, because the last thing that I want to do is give this dog a home and then give it back. I would feel even more guilty. So I've got to keep that in mind. I'm going to go under the lower lash line with this. And I'm also going to bring it into a little bit of a wing. Not too much. I just think that a dog is like the last step in my like life setup. Do you know what I mean? I've got my studio, I've got a great job, I've got great friends, and I just think that like a dog, cherry on top. I really like this shade actually. It's a very boring shade, which isn't normally what we do on this channel, but that is cute. I feel like I'm so off center right now. I feel like I should, this is center. And I'm a bit out the way, but I really wanted the picture of Max to be in this video because, I don't know, I just felt it was right. I do need to readjust my background because I want this picture in there normally, and I also have a big stack off camera that I actually want in frame, so I need to do a bit of rejigging, but I just have not been bothered to do that recently, because that's a lot of work. So now I'm going to go in with Final, which is this slightly darker brown. I wouldn't call this a super dark brown. It's just kind of a brown. Average, basic. And I'm going to pop this on the outer corner of this look and then through the crease a little bit as well, just to deepen this up a little bit. And I am going to run it through this wing. I don't want it to be like a super stark wing, but I just want it to be a little bit of a faint hint of a wing. I definitely need to do like a full look with the cool tone side, because this is like screaming my name. But I don't know, right now, I wouldn't call this warm toned. I'd call it neutral. I'm really loving this. I am going to put a bit of a pop on, and I'm sure you would have seen in the thumbnail what I'm going to do, but I'm really excited. Okay, on the lid, This is the one I'm actually so excited for, and I feel like I'm betraying my colourful self. This is the shade Guard, and it is like Colourpop Ritz. It really is. It's so shimmery. It's got a really sheer base. Stop right now. Wow. That's so pretty. This is really strange because it has the feeling of the Urban Decay Moon Dust shadow, because the Urban Decay one is so firmly pressed to the point where it doesn't really have much payoff. But this is really firmly pressed, but it has a lot of payoff, as I'm sure you can see there. Wow. Oh, I love it. Okay, everything's going to plan so far, but now it's time for the real pizzazz of this. I mean, that is some pizzazz, I'm not even gonna lie, but I want to go into Mistletoe. I don't play around with greens that much, but there's something about this green, it's pulled me in, and now I'm feeling like I should have done my eyes first, because I feel like the fallout of this is going to be crazy. I might have to mix this with Inglot Duraline, but I'm gonna try my best to make a wing. It is a very, very creamy shade, so I'm hoping that I can just make a wing with it. I mean, it's doing really well so far. And I am being very careful with fallout. Any fallout that I get, I'm just going to try and brush it off as soon as possible. But that looks really good so far. I'm loving it. What are we thinking? I'm trying to fight the intrusive thought of just make it bigger, make it more dramatic. We need more. Because I know that if I keep doing that, it's going to get crazy. I feel like eyeshadow wings are always so much more stressful than normal wings. But here we go. I feel like these are even. This might be a little bit small. I don't really want to mess with it because I feel like they are pretty good. Hey, here we go. It's not like an in-your-face crazy kind of look, but I do really like it. It's giving very Christmas, which I'm not in the mood for right now, but it's fine. I'm going to put, what shade am I going to put in the inner corner? Maybe this like pink duochrome. That could be cute. I'll contrast that green nice. Here we go. I think this came out really, really well. I feel like this came out pretty close to how I was imagining it. I feel like I always imagine looks a lot more dramatic than they come out, but I feel like that's everyone's downfall, to be honest. This mirror is heavy. That's something that I've realised doing this look. This mirror, I've just put mascara all down my eye. Amazing. But it's definitely heavy to keep holding up. It's probably because the palette is bloody enormous. I feel like you could do a pink or a brown tone lip with this look, because obviously the brown in the crease and then the pink in the inner corner. I think I'm going to go slightly more pink. I think the ABH Vintage Gloss would be really, really good for this. I'm just going to use a nude lip liner and then pop this on the top like that. Here we go. What do we think? I think this is nice. It's neutral, which is not my forte, let's say. It's not something that I gravitate towards much, but you know what? When you're in a neutral mood, you're just in a neutral mood. I feel like this is cute, especially with that pop of green. It's not too subtle that you can't see it, but it's also really cute. It's not like, woof. It's nice. So yeah, this is my little update. I might be getting a new member of the family very, very soon. I'm so excited, and I hope you're excited as well. I really hope that I'm going to be introducing him very soon, because honestly, like, that would just make me so unbelievably happy, and I'm just really, really excited. I'm trying not to put too much pressure on it tomorrow. You know how it is though. Sometimes you just get really excited and sometimes you're just like, you know? But yeah, I just wanted to update you guys, and I think it's actually today when you're watching this, I will have been to see maybe my new dog, my new boy. Possibly. Very exciting. If you've got to the end of this video, you guys know that comments are very, very important for the algorithm. Comment down below what do you think this dog is cross with? I've already said it's a Staffy, and then I've already said that it's something I have never heard a Staffy be crossed with before. Let me know all your thoughts down below, because I think it would be so funny to just be imagining a Staffy cross with like a Chihuahua or something. Like, it's just gonna be so much fun. So definitely check down below if you want a little bit of a laugh as well. I think that'd be so much fun. But this is where I'm gonna love you and leave you today, guys. I hope you have an incredible day. I hope I have. I'm sure I have. And I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye bye.